Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and a brand new card making video. Today, I am playing with my die sets and using them to make something new. I looked at this brand new Backyard BBQ die set from Trinity Stamps and thought I could not only make a barbecue grill with this die set, but I could make a hamburger. So I am pulling out the dies I want to use that are going to work for my hamburger, and I am going to die cut everything from white cardstock so that I can color it to look like a hamburger. I die cut several of the littlest piece there that's going to be pickles, and then two of the oblong pieces that's going to be the burger and the cheese. I used a piece from the layered bear mug die set to be tomatoes, this layered grass to be lettuce, and I think we're ready to start altering. So the first thing I did was take that bottom part that should be the bottom of the barbecue and trim it down. Now, I didn't trim it enough. I don't like this. I'm going to trim it some more, but we'll just pretend that we're going to go with it. So I am coloring it now to look like a bun. My first color I'm using is E11, my lightest color. I put that down pretty generously first, and then I brought in my E13, which is like the main color I want this to be. And I'm going to just come in from the outside edge, leaving a center highlight, and I really like that look. So I now added the top to kind of see how it was going to go, and I decided, yeah, it's way too big. So I just used some paper tape, and I'm using my mini Tim Holtz paper trimmer and making that much smaller. And still, I was like, nah, it looks like a pan now. So I decided to round the bottom corners, and then those little bump out pieces, I'm going to just cut those away also. But it really gave me the jumping off point for my hamburger bun. So since I cut off those little bump out pieces on the bottom, I had to do the same on the top, and I am going to color this top hamburger bun the same exact way as the bottom, and just leaving that center highlight so it kind of coordinates. Doesn't it look good already? Oh, I love it. Okay, so this piece is traditionally supposed to be like the accent for the grill. I did it so that it was the burger. I used 2 shades of brown, added some little freckles to it, and it looks like a burger. The cheese is Y38, and I'm going to put that on top of the burger, but also it'll have stuff on top of it so it won't look so thick. I don't want my cheese to be as fat as my burger. I mean, I like cheese on my burger, but maybe not that much. This is already a thin burger as it goes. So next we have our tomatoes. And remember, that's from the layered bear mug die set. Bear hug, yeah, that die set. I've played with it a bunch. And next, the layered grass. There's the smallest grass die in that set really makes for good lettuce. So I just colored that up also, and you could slow this down and pause it if you really needed to know the colors of Copics that I'm using. I just pull from what I have in my stash when I'm feeling that moment, and now I'm going to glue everything together. I have just a little strip of vellum I decided to glue it down to, just in case part of it might show through. It would be somewhat translucent. So you can see there the tomatoes are covering up the cheese a little bit, and it is looking so good. So I trimmed the lettuce after gluing it to the back of my top bun, and then I added on my pickles. I really think I could have made those a little shiny with some glaze. That might have made them stand out a tiny bit more, but I love how this turned out. So I trimmed off my excess vellum, but I was like, the bun is so naked. So here's my secret ingredient, Simply White Nuvo Crystal Drops. These are going to be the sesame seeds on my bun, and this is the detail. You know, I'm always saying love is in the details. This is that detail. It so brings this hamburger to life. Also, the top bun is really fat and fluffy, which I like, but it kind of helps give it a little bit more perspective. So I'm going to let that dry, and now we're going to make some fries. Speaking of altering dies, I decided that the flaps on the edge of this stitched pocket die would make the perfect fries. Okay, you could just cut strips, but I don't know. They just called out to me that they were fries. So for the rest of the fries, I used just strips and die cut the edge, but I wanted to show you the first set of fries cut off from the pocket so you knew what I was talking about. So I have my pile of fries, and I am bringing in my Y38 and E13 marker to give these a shadow on the bottom. It's really going to help them look like a stack of fries better than if I just left them plain. Okay, we need a tablecloth. So I am bringing in the reversed floral background stamp set and inking that up with my crackling campfire. It's got a little bit of an orangish undertone, and I'm just really loving this color right now. So I stamped that out. This is bigger than I need it to be, so it's okay that it's kind of faded out there at the top. But what's really important is that I needed it to be dry, and I added some anti-static powder tool after heat setting that because I'm going to stamp it again with a different stamp, and I'm going to emboss it. This is the double line check background stamp from Trinity Stamps also, and I wanted this to have that kind of bandana or checkered tablecloth look, so that's what I'm going for, and I have to say, I'm not gonna lie, I love how it turned out. And the embossing powder stuck only where it was supposed to, so that made me even happier. Then once the powder is on, I'm going to use my heat tool just to heat it up, melt it, and I was really excited about it. I love it. It's so cute. So we need something for our burger to sit on. So I have this really lightweight cardstock here. I spritzed it with water. I'm going to break down the fibers using this crease tool, and then now that it's wet, the fibers are a little bit broken down, I can crumple this up repeatedly, opening it and crumpling it again. So this is going to look like the paper that maybe the hamburger's wrapped in, and you're going to spread it out on that picnic table. You're going to set out your fries, your burger, and have just like the most delicious hamburger you ever had. That's the plan. Also, my picnic table needs to be outside, so I'm going to create a background that has clouds in it using the Puffy cloud stencil. Now, this is a slimline stencil, but it also has cloud shapes on the end, which I so appreciate, and I love that I can use this for like any size of card. It's a great stencil. I use it a lot, and I'm using it here with tumbled glass distress oxide ink, and I did 3 layers of clouds and then just a titch of blue at the bottom so it didn't look so stark white. Now I can add my tablecloth. I did some dry adhesive and some liquid adhesive because I am super obsessed with good adhesive. So I like to put multiple kinds quite often. You'll see me do that. So here is my crumpled up paper, and now I can add the fries to it. They're going on first because the hamburger is going to overlap them. I'm just going to glue these on like randomly so they like look like a legit pile of steamy fries. But you know what else is super important for fries is salt. How do you guys feel about salt on your fries? Like, it's a must, I feel. So I won't forget that. Trust me, these are going to be salted fries. Don't worry. But I'm just randomly gluing them on there, and I had so much fun with this. I had thought of the hamburger first, but speaking of details, I think the fries are a really important detail on this card. So I popped up the burger, but there was like a little space in the top corner that I left without a foam square because I'm going to add a sentiment. This is the Un-grill-iveable stamp set, and I'm using the sentiment that says, let's meet up, like M-E-A-T, meet. I know, it's so punny cute. I love it. I embossed that also with black powder, and I'm going to die cut that out with the coordinating die. It bubble cuts it like so cute. I love the bubble cut sentiments. I'm sticking that onto a piece of red cardstock and just cutting the ends. I have a little toothpick. I have these toothpicks in my stamp room for such ideas as this right now. I'm cutting it off with my like industrial scissors, and I'm going to tuck this into the hamburger like it's stuck in the little burger. I love this. It's so fun. All right, now we need a sentiment. So it's going to say, let's meet up, Dad, right? You could put a gift card in this for like Five Guys or Smashburger, In-N-Out, whatever place you have soon. I have to say In-N-Out because it's finally coming to Idaho. We're all so excited. You can't even believe how excited we are. So maybe that'll be the gift card that goes in here, except it won't be here in time. The In-N-Out won't be here in time for Father's Day. All right, so I die cut this using our new rip rip and stick sheets. So double-sided adhesive sheets on the back of my red cardstock, and the word dad stuck in my die, so I set it down onto the shadow layer and poked it out, and it stuck perfectly. Like, could I ever get that to happen that way twice? I'm pretty sure no, but this is from the new Simply Sentimental Dad, and it coordinates with the Simply Sentimental Mom. So if you want the sub-sentiments to go with Dad, they're in the Mom set, so it works out really good. Okay, this is my white gel pen, which is coming in for the saltiness on the fries. Do you see how it brings them to life? The pen is also good for adding some crinkles in my paper. So the paper was already wrinkly, but it needed to have crinkles. Like, wrinkles and crinkles are different, and it needed both. So I did that. I was happy with it, and I'm gluing it down to my card base, which actually measures 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, because I really felt like I needed that white border to just draw the eye into the center, but I also needed the full 5 inches of this card to fit my burger and fries. So if you love this die set and this hamburger, you're gonna love this die set as a barbecue too, which I have a video for that, and I'm gonna link it right here at the end of this video so you can watch it next. And I have all the things I used linked for you below, so if you need to check that out, do some shopping, I don't mind. And I will see you guys again very soon on the next video. Happy stamping! Bye!